with Laura online podcast with our host, Laura White. Laura, how are you? I'm just excited about this topic because, again, when people hear this, they might get a little icky or nervous, but it's really not, because that's why you have to partner with you, Laura. The top topic today is the tech behind the sale, tools every affiliate marketer should know. And
Yes.
that's key, right? It's key to know these tools because people will be speaking about them and you want to at least have some background knowledge about it.
Yeah, I'm not techie. I'm not. I'm surprised at myself that I can do the things that I've done. Hey, listen, if I can build a course in Kartra, I can do things, but I don't like techie stuff. I'm not good at it, but I do get it done. But it's the thing is, you show up where you're good and you delegate the work you don't want to do.
That's a great point, because that's the mistake people make, is they try to do it all themselves and they
Yeah.
do all this research and they're not out there looking to get sales and convert. They're spending more time creating content than having results.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So you have to know what are your strengths, and delegate what you don't like to do, what you're not good at. And that's why you have a team. Even if it's one person, you find that one person. Believe me, it took a couple years to find that right person. Find that one person that helps you do the things that you're not good at and that you don't want to do, and focus on the things that you're good at, because nobody can beat me on the sales part.
That's so true. Like I said, I can't go on TikTok for hours like you are able to and have that success. What was the very first tool you used when you started in affiliate marketing?
What was the first tool? I think the biggest one is ActiveCampaign. That's the biggest one because that CRM does everything. I love that. That would probably be the one thing that I would say is find the CRM that really does the work for you. And we can talk about it, the analytics and understanding what's working, what's not working. How can I be better?
Let's talk about ActiveCampaign. Why is it a program that works for you? And I think it's important to track your leads. A lot of people are still using their phone or written down on paper. And if they did get leads, they have to go search their emails or figure it out. ActiveCampaign does it all for you.
Yes, it does do a lot. It's one of the high ends, maybe a couple dollars more than the usual, but it does really help you out. It finds out what's open, what's not. It sets up, you can set up your emails on automation, and then it will go from one automation to another. And it really gives you the back end of understanding what works, what doesn't work, and what you can change. And then it's got a great system where they answer questions for you. And hey, what if I did this? Or can you help me make this better? It's a real down to earth one platform that can do everything.
How do you currently track clicks and conversions?
ActiveCampaign, it'll tell me who's opened up their email. It will tell me who hasn't opened the email. It'll tell me if they made a comment or not. Instead of going to my emails, it'll say it right there. You can actually open it up, and it will let you know, like, you can schedule everything. You can change topics. You can put a list. You can put, what's the other one? A list. I know you have your contacts, but you can do, I just went blank. A list, and there's another one. I'll think of it in a second.
Okay, that's okay. We just kind of just move right forward to the next thing. You know, when you talk about link management, what system do you like to use?
System management. Let me ask you, what do you like to use?
I like
What's the favorite
Bitly.
one you like?
No, so I like Bitly. The reason why I like Bitly is because it's free. It doesn't cost
Yeah.
anything to get a
No.
Bitly link. All you do is go to Bitly or go to one of those free affiliate links, like little links to shorten it.
Yeah.
And it makes it pretty in the social media post. It makes it look nice. It's an easy way to send people an email than this long link for the affiliates. So that's what I
I
like.
agree. I wanted to ask you first because I never asked you that. I wanted to see what you use, but that's the only thing that I use. There might be other ones, but it's always worked for me, and it's free.
Exactly. And that's what you got to do. Just use a free shortened link. And honestly, if you have AI, they'll come up with a short link for you. Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
trust
know.
me on that.
Yeah.
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 And you just got to make sure it works and test your links. How important when you're
Oh
going
my
these
gosh.
things,
I know so
test
many
links.
people that don't do that, Neil. And it's like, did you test your link because it's not working? What? I asked Bentley, did you copy it right or did you check it out? That's the thing. You have to test everything you do. Even my emails in ActiveCampaign, I will always test it, send it to my email, open it up, make sure that everything's working because, yeah, sometimes it doesn't. So you've got to check everything.
Because it could look as pretty as can be, but if no one's going to it, wouldn't that stink?
Yeah, that's true. That's why you look at your analytics. You're thinking like, oh my gosh, have you ever written something, Neil? And you're like, this is so good. And you're like, oh, it flopped. What the heck did I do wrong? And then you figure out what it is.
Yeah, because you have to figure. So, what tool completely changed the game for you in for your affiliate business?
Gosh, I'm gonna talk about platforms. What's really changed for me is TikTok. If you would have told me at 60, I think I started at 61. If you would have told me at 61 I'd be on TikTok, I'm like, yeah, you're kidding me. I think TikTok is the way to go. I know that you don't like it, but I love it because I can jump on in the morning. I know we always laugh about this, guys. If Neil and I, we just laugh about this whole story. So I can jump on. Now, I always go a regular time because I think it's very important that you're consistent. So I am consistent, but like sometimes I'll wake up early. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to jump on for 30 minutes and I hit a whole new crowd and I will get sales. Then sometimes I'm like, it's late. My husband went to bed early. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to jump on at 10 o'clock at night or whatever. And I'll hit another whole crowd. You can't get that anywhere else. I can't get that on Facebook, but you can darn to get it on TikTok.
Yeah. And when you get it on TikTok, good luck. It's going to work. And say, I think this is where we would say, if we kept this podcast going after this affiliate marketing and talk about being successful on TikTok, if this is your major platform, this is where your techiness comes into play. But you said you had to figure out a lot of things through coaching, and that's why partnering with you is so important. I want to get to that because if I have you on a podcast interview for your podcast and for my radio show, I have to go back to learn from you. Because here's the thing, it's not as easy as you think, and you figure out a lot of different things from there. So basically, you are not the techie, and you feel that you want to keep things simple with affiliate marketing. If you try to automate affiliate marketing and make it like just really not fun to do, you're going to stop doing affiliate marketing, aren't you?
Yes. And I want to share one thing right now. What makes me different than anybody else? I like things that are simple, easy, and doesn't require a lot of effort. So that's why I teach the different streams of income, because I want to teach you something that takes 1 hour a week, maybe actually 1 hour a day, might take you 2 hours a day. But I also want to give you something that's already done. So everything that I do is you don't have to create, you don't have to design, you don't have to have a website. They give it to you. And this is on several things that I offer. So what makes me different than anything else? When you say Laura or Prosper on Laura or whatever my name people know me about, it's like simple, easy, and I definitely can make money.
Okay, so let's go to here's where I am. I have you still on the line, and that's where I have to say TikTok. What I'm doing for one client is being the spokesperson on their social media platform. I built their following. They almost got 1,000 followers, all teachers. Is I read online, and I'm just trying to figure out. Read the book to present the book.
Right.
There's so much more. Like your first time going live, I'll just say probably had 5 or 10 people. No, I had about 20 people the first live, but only some stayed for 1 or 2 minutes. How do we get going that we feel like something's happening with our lives?
When people drop off, number one, when people don't show up, that's another thing. You have to keep them entertained in a way that, like, why should they stay on? Let them know what you're going to talk about. You have to have energy. If I just talk and say, now today I'm going to teach you how to different streams of income, you lost it. They're gone. They're only there for 1 second and they're gone. So your energy, your body language, and you want to make sure that you use visual hooks. Like if I'm holding something, or I might be doing something like this, or I'm even done something like this. I'm like, what is she holding? Whatever. I've even done this. I'm like, if you want to know how to make money. So it's these things, these visual hooks that keep that up during your live. I go outside, and when people show up, and they're now starting to show up, they're going to say, what's Laura going to do today? So I might be outside. I might be in my front yard, my backyard, my porch, whatever. It's all these things, but it's also the question. When you connect with your audience and you ask them questions that you hit exactly what they're struggling, like you talk about their problem, you talk about their solution, or you talk about something that your ideal client is struggling with, their ears are going to be open and they're going to stay on. They might not comment at first, but they're like, okay, what is Laura going to talk about today? It's those little things, and I can talk a whole hour on this.
So how long should you do a live for?
How long do you want to stay live? So I might say I might jump on for 30 minutes, but I say the average is an hour. And if I find that I'm not getting a whole lot of engagement, because sometimes it's an off day. Everybody has that. I don't care how successful you are. Then I would stay on till the peak, if it starts dropping off, or if I'm exhausted, like today, I don't know why, maybe I had so much energy, man, I like crashed. I'm like 45 minutes, I'm done, I'm off. So it could be your audience, the participation, how many people are there. But if I get below 5, I'm off. I've kept 50 on for a long time. So just depends.
Now, how did you do it?
Now,
Because
did you want me to change outfits?
no, yeah, yeah. Make sure, just keep going. I was wondering how you just change outfits. I'll just keep talking and then keep going. Okay, so now how did she do it? How did you do it? Because when I start thinking about specifically enough what's happening, I just don't get it. How can you guys do this? Because this is the secret. TikTok used to pull a bigger live. I feel that you did something special to have that success, to have those people show up in live. Your first live, you said, didn't have the huge audience. How did you grow those lives? Did you basically build some relationships? Did you collaborate with anybody else to get to that point where you started consistently getting a good audience for lives?
That's an excellent question, Neil. First of all, is how did I get lives? Is I scheduled my lives. With TikTok, they allowed you to schedule. And when you schedule, you're letting people know. Let's say they saw one of my videos in the For You page and they liked it. They're going to binge watch me. And if they go to my account, they're going to see, oh, she goes live today at 3 o'clock, or she goes live tomorrow at 9 a.m. So the schedule is one thing. Number two is just learning, following other people that are good at it, and find out what they're doing. And that's when I found out about asking the right questions, changing the question if you don't get any. And the third is, if you're really struggling and you're shy, I would always get someone that is going to moderate your live. They're hitting that heart. They're making comments when you ask. And I would definitely ask questions. That's going to get the engagement up, is get someone that will moderate for you. And if you're really shy and you're like, I can't go live by myself, then get one person. I never say go more than one, because when you have more than one, now it's a chit chat party. Who wants chit chat? I want to make money. I want to help people. So I invite, or not me, but I tell my team and the people that have signed up underneath me, is go live with someone. I'll go live with people that have signed up underneath me and join my digital marketing or affiliate marketing. I'll go live with them to help them out.
See, what I just learned from you is that's how I did Clubhouse, but I observed the algorithm. I
Yeah.
spent time on the algorithm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
luckily had a kind of already, oh, you're getting on stage and you're moderating and you're the man. Not, I had to wait in the audience to finally be asked on stage. That didn't happen. Then I was asked on the big stages. But I understand exactly what you're talking about. You have to work with the algorithm, figure
Right.
out how you can tweak the algorithm. I didn't know you could schedule your lives. I
Yeah.
just went cold. You did that on Clubhouse back in the day, it wouldn't do well. So have you noticed that they do more of a push out when you schedule your lives?
Yes. It's so much, it's a push out. Yes, they do that. But it's also, like I said, when people see you on the For You page and they like your video, they will go back to your platform and binge watch your videos. And then they'll see on the platform, they'll read your profile. And that profile will show actually two ways. You can tell that I have a schedule live by going to my profile, because it's at the top, but also I'll put it on the last 5 videos. So that's usually what will show up on the For You page. And then at the bottom in the description, it'll say, hey, going live today at 3 o'clock or whatever. So that's how I get people on my lives.
So how do you get to the For You page? You have to have a big video that goes well, right?
For no, not necessarily, is when you get index. And how do you get index? Is when you make sure that your SEO words on everything. Your SEO words, let's say that my live is going to be the how to have successful lives. It's going to be in my hook. It's going to come out of my mouth at least 3 times. It's going to be in the description, and it's also going to be in my hashtags. So the algorithm knows exactly what my topic is about and then they will put you on the For You page about this is how you have successful lives. If I say, hey, moms, here's 5 ways on how to earn money online, then it's going to be earn money online. But it's going to be in my hook, my words, my SEO on the screen. It's going to be in my hashtags. So the algorithm knows exactly who to send this to.
So it's when you're talking about the lives, you're talking about For You page for the lives or your content you're creating?
No, your content you create. Sorry, content you create.
No, you didn't say that. I'm asking you. You're
Yeah.
right. You nailed everything.
Yeah, it's the
But
content, your content. So it's the videos that you put out on TikTok. You have to make sure that your videos are all synchronized to the SEO of what you're talking about, because TikTok looks at your video and they'll say, Neil, how do I categorize your video? And if you're talking about digital marketing, affiliate marketing, how to make money online, how to stay home, it's so many different topics. They go, screw it. I don't know how to index this video, and you won't be on the For You page. So you
so
want to make sure that you get it, the right.
So this is such important information, Laura,
Yeah,
that affiliate marketers, when they go online, they just try to do things. I'm going to go live on TikTok. I understood, and this stuff is not feeling like rocket science to me, but ultimately, again, I spend most of my time on LinkedIn. If anything, if I even spend any time on social media, I post everywhere. I'm
right,
omnipresent, but I spend most of my time on LinkedIn. But that's just who I'm, more business to business. That's more my
right.
focus and
Yeah,
attention.
not me.
But what I'm seeing is that I'm also everywhere, but because I know, here's the other thing that's a secret. Every social media platform is now indexed on Google. So if you create the right SEO, the right searchability, when you're focusing on Google, you will be discovered, especially if people are trying to Google you and say, I want to be ranked the highest, my name, my topic, my everything. That's a game changer because people do still search Google. So that's another way to be discovered. So that everything you create in social media never disappears. So that's why you have to, and that's why I keep saying you got to have multiple, your account has to be so niche to have success. So that's why you're focusing on your YouTube channel as being more affiliate marketing. You might have another product that's something else. This is so interesting, but I now know what I'm going to do. I am for Under the Couch Books is I'm going to start creating some content on that platform. And then I'm going to basically make sure it's going to be exactly what my plan is for my lives. And then I'm going to write that same content. That's why you should schedule your lives then.
Yeah, schedule your lives for sure. And the other thing is you can take that content and put it on all social media. There's platforms that you can make one piece of content and you can spill it out to all the different platforms. So my second one is Facebook. Now Facebook used to be the best one, but I just saw all the advantages and benefits that TikTok does. So I actually put my content out of both of them. I have Instagram, but I'm getting ready to go back to that. So I guess my 3 would be TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, but you're on LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. You can put the same one on TikTok also. So just know how to be versatile and put it everywhere.
LinkedIn's business to business, unless you're coaching other businesses that are trying to grow as affiliate, that's worth it. If not, your product, it's really not going to do well on LinkedIn. Because that's where you really have to pick and choose what platforms you want if you're an omnipresent business or not. So best place we can go right now to schedule a call with you or to sign up with you. Where can we go?
Best place to go to get in contact with me is Laura at laurawhite360.com, or you could just find me on Facebook. And I'm in a pink and blue. I have one picture that's pink, one picture that's blue, but you can find me on there and private message me. I am always here to help you go to the next level. And if you want to learn how to get out of debt, make more money, maybe give up your 9-to-5 job, maybe it's, you know what, I just want a couple $1,000s a month. I'm your girl. Prosper Online with Laura is teach you how to make different streams of income.
All right. Thanks again, Laura. That was a special simulcast Neil Haley Show on the Prosper Laura online podcast, guys. Take care.